Big shout out to Drake. Drake did a tribute to Ozzy. He walked out for his England show. His entrance music he used Black Sabbath's Iron Man.
Good.
And when he came out, and he went to a bench and poured tequila on the ground. He stopped at the Black Sabbath bench and poured out a little liquor, to the ground as a heartfelt gesture for Ozzy. And then he said he called him a cultural touchstone. He noted on the fact that a lot of hip hop music, like we talked about the other day with Let's Go and the Trick Daddy joint. A lot of people have used of samples. I mean, Diddy used his sample, heavy as well. So Ozzy. There was something sad that I read, and it's it's more like when you lose somebody and sometimes you don't want to let go. They fought, according to this report. The paramedics worked tirelessly for like 2 hours trying to give critical care and ultimately couldn't save him. Yeah. But they didn't give up. He was it was early that morning, and the air ambulance responded about 10:30. The 76-year-old Ozzy passed away after being worked on for 2 hours, and he died surrounded by Sharon and his children. He had recently just done the July 5th show in Birmingham.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, July 5th. And he had been battling Parkinson's disease since 2019, and also had other health issues because, of course, he had lived the rock star life forever.
Yes, and was famous for it, famously talked about it. I think any musician, celebrity, if they were to pass away, you want to pass away as an icon like he.
Let's see here. Somebody says that the 2 hour joint is exactly why I have a DNR. What's a DNR?
Do not resuscitate.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
if you're really, you don't have one of those?
A DNR?
Well, have you talked about that? If you're in a bad state?
Me?
Yeah, if you're in a bad,
have you ever had this conversation?
That should be a conversation you have with your kids.
That depending, like, say
I believe people have that when they go to like a home or something, like where they have medical care around. Because I know when my mom, because my mom was suffering from dementia, and so she was in like a assisted living space where they could always keep her monitored. And people who she knew in there had DNRs. My mom didn't, but there were people who did. So I mean, DNR do not. I was aware of it, but I haven't had that conversation. Why? First of all, why would I? Come after me. Do me like that. I want the 2 hours.
God forbid anything happens. Like some people don't want their family to deal with that pain of.
Pain of what?
Like trying to.
Bro, if I drown, if I'm unfortunately like Malcolm Jamal Warner and I drown, save me. Like, I mean, do not resuscitate. That means I'm not getting no CPR. That means I'm not getting any of that.
I mean, they're gonna do that, but it's more so like
if you're in a vegetable situation, you're in a really bad traffic accident or something happens to you, and do you know all what they have to do to kind of save your life? Usually, they have to break your ribs.
They don't have to. They break your ribs when they do CPR. They taught us that you that's why you got to watch your compressions. Like when you're a lifeguard, but you definitely break some rib cage when you are.
It's a lot
when you're doing your depressions, but you have to factor that in. It's a life-saving measure.
It's just good for people to know like what your wishes are if anything, God forbid, were to happen.
Yeah,
I mean, well, then that's mine. Listen, y'all asking about me. I've never had that conversation, but I'll tell you, my DNR would be DNR ... It'll be like that. Like, turn me over. I got some other stuff to say. Don't resuscitate me if I'm vegetative.
Well, that's what the thing is like if they do bring you back and you're in that state, wouldn't you have rather just passed peacefully when you were supposed to instead of being a vegetable for the rest of your life?
Like people don't want to be bound to a wheelchair or paralyzed.
Right, exactly. Which is why that conversation needs to be had eventually.
Okay, well, I'm good.
Like, so you want us to help, no matter what?
Yes.
Both amputated
Well,
legs,
I mean, wait now. I'm saying yes, but I mean, like, help me how? Like, I mean, because I have a funny feeling that if I'm laid out somewhere and you are the only source for help, you gonna try and give me mouth to mouth. I just believe that you gonna do that.
So at
that point, I don't know. DNR me. Don't let me go.
What?
Let me go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have my last breath. I'm gonna be like, Rich, let me go. Let me go. I don't want you hugging on me or trying to give me air. I'm good with that.
I could just see it now in Orlando's will. It's like, please resuscitate me unless
it's
Rich
Rich.
Ortiz is the only person
if Rich
in the
is the
vicinity.
only one there, like I'll be laying there and they're like, he moved. I moved because I'm looking to see who else around. Who else is here? Who else? It's just Rich. All right. Let me go. Take me, Jesus. Take me, Jesus. Don't do it.
Oh my God.
No, that's messed up, dog.
Whatever. I'm just saying. This side of the 941 says you definitely want to think about a DNR. I lost my husband about 8 months ago. I'm sorry to hear that. It says he was 39, healthy. He got sick on and off. Finally went to ER. He went downhill really fast. They asked me about a DNR. I could not make that decision. I was not going to put it on my kids. Unfortunately, he passed before I had to give them the answer about the DNR.
It is a very important conversation. It doesn't have to be long and extensive, but it's just your wishes. For me personally, I would just, if I was in that situation, I would say I would just, when it's my time to go, and just to let me peacefully go.
So the DNR would have kept them from trying to resuscitate him for 2 hours, and that's where we feel that
is correct.
So that's bad.
Some people think it's a selfish reason.
Because you don't want to lose the person.
Nobody does.
And then you end up losing them after they've gone through this egregious thing. I get that.
And the family witnesses.
But I mean, vegetative is different. I mean, that's like, do I want to be you don't want to call people that you love a burden, but do I want to be a burden on my children or anybody else? No. So if it's that case, then I'd whisper, hey doc, shoot me with the joint, let me go.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, hey, because everything is resuscitation. Oxygen is resuscitation. CPR is resuscitation. Chest compressions and all that. So
it's not for something all of a sudden that happened, like they're not going to try to save you if you are in an accident. That's not what this is. It's like if you're going downhill, you have to make that decision. Like, is it going to be your time to naturally go with Ozzy's situation, or are you going to spend 2 or 3 hours trying to save the person?
Put it this way, like, you know how they were working on it for 2 hours? After your body doesn't have oxygen for, I forgot, I think it's like 10 minutes or something. Like your body, but your body like pretty much starts shutting down. And if you are brought back, then you're going to be in pretty bad shape. So a lot of people are, what they say DNR is like after a certain
brain damage
point, brain damage, they don't want to be resuscitated.
Out of the 813, it says coming from a background family, from a medical family background, I spoke to my brother. Out of the doctor, he convinced me that DNR is actually a good thing, and I have signed a DNR. I'm only 35.
Yep. Yeah, it's a hard conversation, but it's very important to have. If you're talking about a will or you're putting together your wishes or anything like that, you should definitely bring this up.
You can also have stipulations where you want them to try and save you for X amount of time.
Sure.
And if you would be able to walk otherwise.
People are texting. Do you remember that situation with Terry Schiavo? I believe her name was. Why
is that familiar?
Because she was famously, I think she had brain.
That was the lady who, she was in a vegetative state.
For
and they were fighting.
11 years.
Yeah, they were fighting to.
The family kept her alive, but she was gone. But her body was.
Who wanted her gone?
No. The family wanted her.
The family wanted.
But there was a fight. I remember there was a court fight, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was her husband or something.
Somebody
like that.
wanted to let her go.
And her
the
mother
family
and
was
father
fighting to keep her alive.
Something like that.
But the thing is that the medical bills that she accrued through the 11 years, like that bill. Is hefty. So that's another thing. A lot of people don't want to be held with that burden of the bill.
Yeah.
Even like some people as the person.
This is something that you don't necessarily talk about a lot. You know, who talks about this kind of stuff?
My mom's a nurse, so we've talked about this extensively.
It's like the same thing.
She has a DNR.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And it's called like the burden aspect, when it's time to go, it's time to go. Yeah, situation, at least for her, in her opinion.
It's like the same thing on your license, like when you say, like, if you want to be an organ donor, that's a conversation you should have with people so that they know what your wishes are.
I just had to get a new license, and they asked me about it again.
What's your decision?
About what?
Your organs.
Are you selfish? He's a man.
I'm not selfish.
He wants to be.
I'm not selfish.
He wants to be resuscitated and accused.
I'm not selfish. I'm not selfish. I'm just saying, my interpretation of it is just different. When I'm running streets of gold, I want everything I got. You know what I mean? I want it all. Okay. And I've kind of, I have to do more research on it to sign into that because I've heard, and I don't know this to be true, but what I've heard is that because those organs are sold.
I have a friend that works in said industry, and it's legal. And her industry that she works in is legal. So yeah.
But they're sold. Like somebody gets paid for that.
So you can't use the word sold.
Okay.
It's donated, and then there's a transfer of
there's compensation.
There somehow. I don't know how to
somebody
word it,
gets a profit.
Yes.
But my family, like, you know what? If it was, hey, I'm gonna take all these, his eyelids, his eyeballs, I'm gonna take all this stuff and give these other family members, and then my children would get the benefit of it, I'd probably be all down. But it doesn't work that way. That's illegal.
You can't. Yeah, that is illegal.
There you go.
Right, but the hospital gets it, like, cause that surgery and all that stuff ain't free. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They'll take it from me for free.
Yeah.
But then they place it in somebody else, and they charge it.
Well, yeah. Well,
they're not doing that for free.
It helps pay for the company's organization and then the travel and to get said organs delivered to different parts of the country.
That's why I'm saying it's got to be investigated a little bit more for me to have a really knowledgeable thing about it. But just off rip, I'm like, I'm and I don't want to make it sound like, because I'm sure I could save a life with something. I got these good eyes. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they want nothing else, but I think my eyes are straight.
Yeah. Are you an organ donor?
Yeah, I believe so. Mm-hmm. But
I believe.
I have the star.
Where's your wallet?
The star makes it.
No, the star makes it a real ID.
No, that's
the real ID. That means that you good at the border.
At the border?
The star that we have on there, that's a real ID.
It'll say underneath.
Oh, I thought the star was what told it. It would say where?
It would say underneath. It's in red underneath your picture.
Where it says organ donor at the bottom. Like, as if
it don't say.
Damn, you're giving him crap. I'm the only organ
donor. At least I knew I wasn't. He's like, I think I am. I'm like, bro, how you think?
That's what I said I think. I thought I did. I thought that's what the star meant.
No, that star is real ID. That means that's like able, like, ICE ain't gonna get you with that.
Okay, cool.
People who ain't got that,
they're not.
They get linked up. Sent somewhere.
Yeah.
According to the news.
Don't start.
Whatever. I'm not. Hey, it is what it is.
I'm the only organ donor in here.
And God bless. We gotta have them. And maybe I will be. You know what I'm saying? I got to do just a little bit more research on it. I just, I would like my.
They don't want my organs.
Why?
I drink a lot. Well, I used to.
I know they don't want mine. Mine got all kinds of gravy and stuff on it. I don't think they want all that. But I think my eyes are straight.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want to support, like, share, subscribe.